Hey guys, Morten Ostad here, welcome to my video. Talking of which video, I bought a DVD video. Not something I've done in quite a while. This is a 2 CD and 1 DVD box set of Ragnarock. Ragnarock being a music festival that we had here in this old country and here in Oslo in the first half of the 70's. And I picked this up at the National Library when I was looking at an exhibition about Norwegians who emigrated or migrated to North America. Because the official, as if start of that was 200 years ago this year in 1825, and I had a bit of a personal interest in that because my grandfather Andreas, he migrated to North America and he stayed there for somewhat more than 10 years. I never found out why he came back to Norway, to be honest. He came home as a Jehovah's Witness, which kind of put a damper on him and my dad sitting around talking about the good old days. And from what I heard, he didn't want to talk about his time in North America. I did sort of get a hint that maybe his name was on the US draft lists for World War One. So yeah, I think he mainly lived at first in Minnesota, and then most of the time he lived in Montana, in Helena, I think, and also during the winters he was worked in mines, and then in the summertime he went across the border up to Saskatchewan in Canada and worked in the timber industry. That's all I know. Anyway. So Ragnarock, sort of a Norwegian folk rock music festival, and I just want to show you this, and then I'll see if the photographs that I clicked while watching this will be allowed onto YouTube, with maybe me commenting a little bit about it. So we have a very nice booklet. Filmen Ragnarock fra Ragnarock Festival, Holmenkollen. Holmenkollen is the ski arena with the ski jump. Now a brand new one compared to one we had here. And I've actually been to concerts around the ski jump. Last one I saw Billy Idol and Kiss 12, 13 years ago. So everything you ever wanted to know about the Ragnarock festivals. And the filmed part is from 1973. There's one of the CDs is from 73 and the other one is from 74. And then there was a smaller festival in 75, which wasn't held at Holmenkollen. It was held at the smaller venue, Bislett Stadium. So yeah, and I think they also held like Aunt Mary played. We had Soft. So there was Norwegian bands, Swedish, Danish, and a few English ones, maybe some Americans, and yeah, you got more there. Mungo Jerry. So from the film we had an opening. We didn't actually see them play. We saw them. We heard the music, and then we saw various clips from the film, which would later follow. Aunt Mary, and then the band Soft. And Soft and Sigbjørn Bernhoff. We had Velsø Spillemen, Danish band. We had Merit Hemmingsen og folkemusikkgruppen, which were Swedish, I think. I'm not sure now. Prudence, Culpepper's Orchard, Savage Rose, Splash, Skin Alley, Mango Jerry, The Pretty Things, Burken och Rockfolket, eller Burken og Rockfolket. I don't know. Danish? Popol Vuh, which I think was that Jahn Teigen's band? Because Prudence, that was Terje Tysland. Yeah. And on the 74 we had Popol Vuh, Alrune Rod, Neon Rose, Prusel or Procel, Ruphus, the sensational Alex Harvey Band, and Procol Harum. Yeah.
Ragnarock was the name of a series of rock festivals held in Oslo in the 1970s. The first two were held at Holmenkollen on the 17th of June 1973 and the 15th through 16th of June 1974, while the third and last were held at Ullevål Stadium on the 29th of June 1975. From the spring of 1971, there were several outdoor concerts in the Oslo area, inspired by the Isle of Wight Festival and the Woodstock Festival. In 1969, there were for the first time outdoor concerts with Norwegian rock bands, jazz orchestra, and folk singers, as well as several free concerts at Sankthanshaugen and Ekebergsletta. At the same time, the Kalvøya Festival at Kalvøya in Bærum first held their concerts, where they also charged entry fees, which made it economically viable to invite large international known band and artists. There were also free outdoor concerts at Hovedøya, arranged by Club 7 or Club 7, with rock, jazz and folk singers, where people had to pay to get in. The idea for the Ragnarock Festival appeared with the Central Film Limited in Oslo, who at the entrance of 1973 wanted to celebrate their 20th anniversary. And since the concert film from Woodstock had been such a big success, their idea was to make a similar rock festival and produce a film just like they did. And because the Oslo group Christiania Fusel and Blågress had a lot of attention and got the first place at the Norwegian television's Norsktoppen with their rocked version of the Slott, Fanny Tullen, og bandet Saft i samarbeid in cooperation celebrated with Sigbjørn Bernhard also. They merged folk music with rock, and the film's director Arne Philip Fjås felt that this would be a good concept to launch folk rock on Norwegian soil with creative and new elements in the film. And therefore they decided to make a 90-minute cinema film, and this gained acceptance at Central Film's internal rule.
So I hope you enjoyed this little introduction to this music history DVD. This was like the Norwegian Woodstock, I guess. It was nice seeing people the way they looked 50 years ago. First concert was held, I had just turned 2, and they wouldn't let in 3-year-olds either, so I did not attend. Well, actually, I saw quite a few small children there. You terribly inappropriate, irresponsible 1970s people, you. Anyway, guys, I hope you thought that was a little bit interesting. Oh, here we go. Some Norwegian rock history. Take care, guys. Bye.